Hi children, welcome to Narayana online classes. Let us discuss assignment of 9th class physical science. Topic is refraction of light. Let us go with question. First question. The angle of prism is 30 degrees. The rays incident at 60 on one refracting surface suffers a deviation of 30 degrees. The angle of emergency is first option 0 degrees, second option 30 degrees, third option 60 degrees, fourth option 90 degrees. So they are giving angle of prism. Okay. So now I am writing a solution. First I am writing here angle of prism. Angle of prism A equal to 30 degrees and rays incident at 60 on one refracting surface. So incident angle of first surface means I1 is equal to 60 degrees. So that suffer a deviation of 30 degrees. So deviation angle equal to 30 degrees. So now angle of emergence I2 equal to how much? So now relation between these parameters. So angle of deviation delta equal to I1 plus I2 minus A. Delta is how much only? Angle of deviation 30 degrees. I1 is the angle of incident on first refracting surface, that is the 60 degrees, plus you want I2 means angle of emergence, minus angle of prism is 30. Okay, so 30 plus 30, the RHS goes to LHS, and 60 plus I2. Okay, now 30 plus 30, 60 equal to 60 plus I2. Now I2 equal to 60 minus 60, that is equal to 0 degrees. So now we are getting the angle of emergency is how much? 0 degrees. First option is right option. Next question. A ray of light is incident at 60 degrees on a prism of refracting angle 30 degrees. The emergent ray is at an angle 30 degrees with the incident ray. The value of refractive index of the prism is. Okay, here we discuss a ray of light is incident at 60 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees. So that's why I am taking here first of all deviation delta equal to I1 plus I2 minus A. Okay, minus A. So now we have substitute the value. Here emergent ray is an angle 30, ray of light is incident at 60, and refracting angle is 30. Okay, so that's why I am taking here first delta. Delta is 30, incident is 60 plus I2 minus 30. Angle of prism is 30. Okay, so we are writing directly here 60 equal to 60 plus I2. Now I2 equal to 0. I2 equal to 0 means here second surface. On second surface emergent is 0. So that's why refraction also. That means incident ray on second surface also 0. Now I am writing here A equal to angle of prism A equal to R1 plus R2. Angle of prism is how much only? 30 equal to R1. R1 means here R1 means what only? You want the first refraction R1 plus 0. Now R1 is equal to 30 degrees. But what you want here? So refractive index of the prism on first surface. So that's why I am writing here mu2 by mu1 is equal to sin I1 by sin R1. Okay, mu2 means second surface, that value is mu, that why A refractive index is 1, that is equal to sin I1. I1 is how much only? 60 degrees. R1 is already you are getting here, that is sin 30. Okay, mu is equal to sin 60 root 3 by 2 by sine 30 1 by 2. 2 cancel, we are getting here root 3. So refractive index of prism is how much only here? Root 3. Refractive index of prism is how much only? Root 3. Let us go with third question. When light rays are incident on a prism at an angle of 45, the minimum deviation is obtained if the refractive index of the material of the prism is root 2, then the angle of the prism will be. So here it is, we take the minimum deviation. Minimum deviation means this is taking the prism. Okay, so this is the normal. The angle of incident is how much only? 45 equal to, I equal to 45 degrees. So it is towards normal, and again I am writing here, so away from the prism. This is the emergent ray. Okay, this is the emergent ray. They are asking what on the angle of prism. Here, so inside pathing line and base are equal. That's why it is a minimum deviation. So at minimum deviation means I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I. Here it is R1, here it is the R2. So R1 equal to R2 equal to also R. Okay. So first of all, we are observe the Snell's law. Apply Snell's law on first surface. So mu2 by mu1 equal to sin I1 by sin R1 at first surface. Okay, first surface. So it is the mu1 is equal to 1, here mu2 equal to root 2. Okay, now I am writing here root 2 by 1 is equal to sin 45 by sin R1. Sin R1. So now I am writing here sin R1 is equal to sin 45 divided by root 2. Sin R1 is equal to 1 by root 2 by root 2. That is 1 by root 2 into root 2. 1 by 2. Is that clear now? Now R1 is equal to sin inverse of 1 by 2. So sin inverse of sin 30. Sin 30 how much? 1 by 2. Therefore R1 is equal to 30. But what you want today? The angle of the prism. Angle of prism minimum deviation area A equal to R1 plus R2. That is what R plus R 2R. Okay. So that's why here A equal to 2 into 30. So therefore angle of prism is 60 degrees. Angle of prism is 60 degrees. Next, fourth question. A ray of light incident normally on an isosceles right angled prism travels as shown in figure. The refractive index of the prism must be greater than. Okay, now we have discussed isosceles right angled prism. They are given the diagram here. So here it is the normal incident angle. This is called 90 degrees. Now I am taking here normal. Okay, so up to here. So angle of this 45 degrees. Angle of this also 45 degrees. So angle of A is 45. Again I am drawing here also normal. Okay, here also 45 degrees. Here also 45 degrees. Understood the point? Angle of C also 45 degrees. So here it is 90 degrees. It is totally internal reflection. So we are observing here 45 degrees. At 45 degrees area, it can be totally internal reflection. So that's why 45 degree angle is greater than to critical angle. So I am applying the sine angle. So sine 45 is greater than to sine C. Sine 45 is greater than to sine C. Sine 45 means 1 by root 2 greater than. Sine C means it is the 1 by mu. Critical angle. Sine C equal to 1 by mu. Now mu is greater than to root 2. Now mu is greater than to root 2. Okay. So it is the what refractive index of prism must be greater than to root 2. Okay, and it is a clear everyone. U greater than root 2. Thank you.